Mace Windu, one of the most powerful Jedi of his era and one of the few who ever walked so close to the dark side without falling. But who was he really behind the legend? And how could someone this gifted struggle for so long to build his own lightsaber? His story begins on Haruun Kal, one of the most unforgiving worlds in the galaxy. Toxic jungles, brutal predators, and a deadly climate shaped the people who lived there. It was a world that killed without hesitation. And it was there that Mace Windu was born, a child of the Corran people, a nomadic clan hardened by constant struggle. But he never got to know his family. His parents died young, leaving behind an orphan touched deeply by the Force. The tribe's elders quickly recognized that this child was different. Haruun Kal does not forgive weakness, and they understood that his destiny lay far beyond their world. They sent him to the Jedi Order not out of tradition, but because they knew he would not survive the planet's brutality. And so, Windu's journey to Coruscant began. Under the guidance of Master Yoda, young Mace showed that he perceived the Force differently than anyone else. He had a rare ability to sense shatter points, the critical weaknesses, branching outcomes, and pivotal moments that could change the future. To him, the Force appeared like networks of crystal structures. He could sense instability, predict danger before it happened, and detect flaws in opponents and events. This gift would later make him not only a formidable warrior, but also one of the keenest minds on the Jedi Council. Yet despite this extraordinary potential, Windu struggled with one fundamental task: constructing his lightsaber. While his peers built theirs with ease, he faced confusion, frustration, and visions that refused to leave him. Again and again, Windu began having recurring visions about a unique type of crystal needed to complete his lightsaber. These visions did not lead him back to Haruun Kal, but to a distant and dangerous world called Hurikane. The Jedi Council allowed him to travel there, though reluctantly, as the planet was home to crystalline beings known for their hostility toward outsiders. When Mace arrived, the Hurikane natives attacked him, mistaking him for a threat. During the clash, he accidentally shattered one of the beings, severely injuring it. Instead of fleeing, he used the Force to heal the creature, repairing its fractured body piece by piece. This act of compassion deeply moved the Hurikane people. In gratitude, they gifted him a rare Hurikane crystal, a mineral with a distinct resonance in the Force. Using that crystal, Mace forged his first true lightsaber, a blade of deep purple, a color that would define him for the rest of his life, a symbol of a Jedi who walked close to darkness, yet remained unshaken in the light. Over the years, Mace Windu became one of the Order's most accomplished masters. He joined the High Council at a remarkably young age. His sharp judgment, insight, and decisiveness made him essential during the growing instability of the Republic. Windu was not warm or gentle. He was disciplined, composed, and unyielding. But this was not pride or coldness. It was the armor he built around himself. Because Mace lived closer to the dark side than other Jedi understood, he felt its pull deeply, and he spent his life ensuring it never controlled him. From this internal battle emerged his greatest creation, Vaapad, the seventh form of lightsaber combat. Vaapad was not just a fighting technique. It was a state of mind, a disciplined fury, a controlled storm. It required the user to channel their emotions and turn them into precise, devastating strikes. It demanded absolute clarity and mastery over one's own darkness. Many Jedi feared it. Some believed it bordered on forbidden knowledge. But Mace Windu mastered Vaapad completely. In this form, he became pure motion, fast, unpredictable, and overwhelming. His strikes mirrored lightning, sharp and relentless. Vaapad allowed him to meet dark-side users on their own terms while remaining anchored in the light. This mastery would eventually make him the only Jedi capable of matching Darth Sidious. When the Clone Wars began, Windu initially opposed turning the Jedi into generals. But once the Republic committed to war, he stepped into his role without hesitation. On the battlefield, Windu was a force of nature. During the Battle of Ryloth, he earned the title, the Hammer of Ryloth. His decisive leadership often changed the fate of entire campaigns. He was not just a fighter, he was a strategist, a protector, and a stabilizing presence for the Jedi Order. As the war continued, Windu grew increasingly suspicious of Chancellor Palpatine. He sensed the growing darkness enveloping the galaxy and feared what it meant for the Republic. When Anakin Skywalker finally revealed that Palpatine was the Sith Lord they had been searching for, Mace understood the full severity of the situation. He assembled 3 Jedi Masters and confronted the Chancellor. Sidious killed the other Masters instantly. But Mace Windu stood his ground. Vaapad absorbed the Sith Lord's hatred and fury. Windu redirected that power, overpowered Sidious, and disarmed him completely. At that moment, victory was within reach. He was ready to end Darth Sidious and protect the galaxy. Then Anakin Skywalker made his decision. He intervened, severed Windu's arm, and allowed Sidious to unleash a torrent of Force lightning that hurled Mace out of the tower and into the depths of Coruscant. Did Mace Windu survive? Officially, Mace Windu died that night. But many fans and even Samuel L. Jackson himself believe he survived. Windu endured battles that would have destroyed other Jedi. He was powerful, disciplined, and resilient, and no body was ever found. In a galaxy this vast, survival is never impossible. After his fall, Imperial propaganda painted Mace Windu as a traitor who attempted a coup against the Chancellor. But those who knew him remembered the truth. They remembered a warrior who stood firm where others hesitated, a leader who saw danger long before it came, a Jedi who walked close to the shadows but never surrendered to them. Mace Windu became the last great symbol of the old Jedi Order, a figure of discipline, responsibility, and unwavering determination. His purple lightsaber remains one of the clearest reminders that even darkness fears those who refuse to bend. Mace Windu's story is one of struggle, mastery, and unbreakable resolve. He understood darkness better than most, yet never allowed it to define him. He forged his own path, shaped by hardship and guided by purpose. And in the end, he stood as one of the greatest Jedi who ever lived. And if you want to continue exploring the deeper mysteries of the Force, check out the previous episode where we uncovered the meaning and origins of white lightsabers. They are among the rarest blades in the galaxy, and their story reveals just how many paths a Jedi can walk.